Hi, Flosstube, it's Janet with Janet Jabber. I'm coming at you with episode 308. If you're new to my channel, this is Channel Black Cross Stitch. I hope you like what you see. Please subscribe, comment, do the YouTube things. And if you're a returning friend, thank you so much for coming back to see what I'm up to this week, because I am in a new stage of life of rediscovering what life was going to be like. And it is not the norm. And Ollie says hi and Opie says hi. This week, I didn't get stitching done that I wanted to, so that was a struggle for me. I am trying to figure out my norm, but I did have huge strides in my personal life, and I will share that at the end. So that's exciting, so I hope you stick around. I also, on a reminder on here, I always tell you to check the description box. I have a Happy Mail link there that I send out Happy Mail once a month. It just lets me gather your information to be able to send, I randomly send them out is what I do. So off the top, if you're like, Janet, your hair, I got a haircut, and when I get my haircut, like they blow out and straighten my hair, and it lasts for about 5 days. And then it's time to, go back to the curly. So it's just a little treat we do. And yeah, so I wanted to address that too. One of the other things that we do on this channel, thank goodness our featured friend this week has a lot of stuff to share with us, because I did not stitch as much as I usually do, and I'm trying to adjust to that new standard. But that is something that we do on this channel, is feature friends. So if you would like to enter something or send me something to be shared here on Featured Friend, just send it to me at janetjabber@gmail.com, and I can add that to the queue. Opie is over here just relentlessly giving me a bath, and I'm like, what? We came back from a walk with the big dogs, so I'm assuming like he's getting like I didn't really sweat, but maybe that's what he thinks it is. So, all right, easily distracted today, easily distracted. All right, we're talking about our featured friend, Paulette. Thank you so much for sharing this stuff with us, Paulette. I love your pictures that you shared. I do not have the details on these charts, but I have beautiful stitching to share with you. So let's start off with, she has 2 of these plinth stitchings. I love how she has them finished in a very similar manner, so they display well together, I'm assuming. So I love that kind of finishing. It is something that I do. I also then put like magnets on it and put it on another board, but I love it. I love the, I think that's called ticking that you use for the background of these. Beautiful, beautiful stitching. And what a fun thing. I'm assuming you put that out during the holiday season. The next one, so those 2 are beautiful. The next one that you shared, I think I have also stitched these little hanging hearts that say love. You made it in the form of a pillow. Super cute, a nice finishing idea too. Your pillow looks amazing. The next one she's sharing with us, I think these colors are perfect for this berry sampler. What a fun thing to have all those different berries listed there. I think that is a perfect little berry sampler. Not little, that looks pretty substantial, but I think the colors of that berry sampler are right on. They're just perfect. So on to her next piece that she has is Liberty. I think the frame that you put on this is excellent. What fun stitch. I don't want to guess at these designers when some of them I think I may know, but I'm not guessing. But you can in the comments if you'd like. But Liberty, a perfect one there. The next one, Strawberry Tree Farm. What fun is that? I love how those strawberries are just peeking out in a tree form off of that little vase. Perfect colors and everything. And last but not least, this bird looks so fun to stitch. Miss Peepers, I just think it's perfect. And the big old bird is eating out of that little bird's feeder. That is so cute. So thank you very much for sharing those. It is something that is very well received on here and well loved. Featured Friend is a fun segment of this video. I love doing that. So thank you very much, Paulette, for that. And again, reminder, if you would like to send something in, please do. All right, so we're going to move on to my stitching for this week. This week, I did not get as much stitching done as I thought I would get done. But I'm trying to not be mean to myself in regards to that. So the first one I have to show you is my Sampler Summer Stitches, Sampler Season Summer, geez, oh Janet, by Blueberry Ridge Designs. Is meant to be monochromatic, but with the direction of EJ's from the Sunshine Stitcher. using the Colores color, and it's 4502. Sorry, Opie had to go. But this is where I'm at on it. Super close to coming into a finish on it. Probably, I'm not going to jinx myself whether it'll be done, but the word summer, the alphabet here, and see these little things? There's supposed to be a couple here, some here, and one up there. That's why my needle's there to remind me about that one, because I about forgot about it. But who knows where this will be, but I will be continuing to plug along on it, and we'll see where it gets to. That is, that I stitch on Monday through Friday and get some stitchies on. The next thing, I have a couple of new starts to share with you. Yes, I have plenty of stuff to do, but I do this mini monthly village every single month. I'm only doing half of it from Country Cottage Needleworks. I do every other one each time. So where I am for this one, I gotta look for my orientation. Here it is. This is where I'm at on it for this time. So the tree, top of a house and a tree, and then all across the bottom for that point. So that's the start on it. And I do one of those every single month. So we'll plug along and see where I get in regards to that. This next one was from, I watched a friend stitch this at the my monthly sit and stitches. So Jenny is who did this, and I was like, I loved watching her do that. So it's from the Halloween Cross Stitch magazine, I believe she said. And I am calling it my October Quaker. So this is where I'm at on it. I don't have a picture for you. I should have dug for that magazine, but it's going to say October 21st, and then there's some Quakers in here. And the colors are like basic primitive colors, but I'm throwing in, do you see that purple? I'm throwing in purple in a couple of spots to give it that Halloween feel. So that was fun, and I just wanted to, like, you know, get started on that because I watched her stitch it and it looked so fun. The next stitch I have to show you before my Afghan is my final segment of the Tiny Town Round Robin that I've been part of. So this is Sarah, my Stitching Kingdoms piece. This is Seaside Tiny Town, and that's what it will look like when it's done. I am the last one to stitch on this, so I am on the far end, but I'm going to show you what's going on here. Oops. One of the needle minders was like, I got to fix the needle minder. It came off. This is what it looks like currently. And I am on this end. So this right here house, and then there's one more house, and then it'll be done and sent on her way. So lovely. So lovely. And that Tiny Town one was a fun round robin to do. I'll be honest with you. It was a fun round robin to do. The last stitching piece I have to share with you is my butterfly Afghan. Fingers crossed, when I come to you next time, it'll be done. But then I don't know. I have this big trip next weekend. Anyway, doesn't matter. This is where I'm at on the monochromatic butterfly block. I think I'm down to like 400-ish stitches in here. And then it always has the lines and it tells you what butterfly it is. So it'll be close. It will be definitely close when I come to see you next. With that, that's all the stitching that I have. I'm trying not to beat myself up. Like it is, I have got a lot accomplished in a little bit amount of time here, and the catalyst sacrifice was my cross stitching. So with that, I want to show you, I got a couple of friends sent me some packages with some gifts in it. So I wanted to thank, they basically were like, hopefully you can find something in here, and if not, pass it along. So I got a nice little package from Christina. Thank you, Christina. And there was definitely a couple in there that I'm like, yes. And then the other one came from my friend, Melina. That's how I say your name. Yes. Look at this beautiful little card. It is so fun. I love that fat cardinal. So she had a nice little note for me, and she sent me a package full of goodness, and there are charts in here that I've like wanted or been interested in but not bought, and a couple of duplicates that you'll be seeing on here as a giveaway. That is something that I want to do at least once a month, and I kind of fallen off. So let's get back to that, Janet. That's my chant to myself. But so I appreciate that greatly. Thank you so much for that package and all that wonderful goodness to add to and to also to share. I appreciate that. So with that, what are my plans for this week? I plan on stitching. I feel more calm because a big project is off the table. So already I just feel calmer. So that is a big thing. So stitching and organizing my craft room, I am definitely, that needs a reset so I can like find things easier and work in that room. Cause right now it's like I go in and grab my stuff and I come out, but I need to like do a real conscious reset and do some things in there. So that's happening. This week, that is like 3 days. I'm putting like a good hour every day into it. So anyway, that's exciting for me and I can't wait to see how that goes. I might take a before after, but I could be too embarrassed to show a before and after, but it's all good. And then that's it as far as the stitching goes. As far as like one of the things I talk to you about, sometimes I try to remember to do it, is like community. And my community event this week, first I took 2 more cake pans to a food pantry, which I was excited about doing. And it's just, for me, that's just something. It's a nod to our dear friend Daylene, and I just don't want to ever forget that kind gesture that she would do she would do it in May, but I don't know. I just felt the calling, Daylene. I just felt the calling. So, and that means, in my brain, that means somebody out there is in need of the receiving. So with that, I also am doing something with friends. So I've had a friend badgering me to do this for years, and I always say no because life is too busy and all of the things. And this year, no is not an option. We're making it happen. And my husband agreed to do it too, which to me is mind-blowing. I was doing it with or without him, to be honest with you, but him being along, of course, makes it way more fun for me. But years ago, when I first started dating my husband, I was laid off from work because that's when General Motors was going through its bankruptcy. And my girlfriend and I, the one that I'm doing this with right now, wanted to float down the Wabash River. And my husband, at that time, I had just started dating him. He was like, that's nasty and you're going to get an infection. And I let him influence me because it wasn't like really a thing back then. I mean, because like, I don't know, it just wasn't. Well, my girlfriend was like, we're going to find somewhere. And she did. She went off on her own and she found somewhere, and she's been doing this for years. And every year, I don't know if it's about this time, a group of people get together, they camp the night before, they float the next day, and then they have, dinner that night, and everybody goes home the next day. It's not like a big production. It just the whole point is to float with your friends. So it's about 1 hour and 45 minutes from here. We're going to go up, stay in a rustic cabin that just has electricity and a bed. We are getting up the next morning, having breakfast that we have to figure out. And then at 10:30 in the morning, we set out to float. It's a 3.5 mile float, but they take all day with it. You pack your lunches. I'm excited. I'm so excited to do this. So I'm sure I will have adventures to share, and I will look forward to it greatly. So that will be a very fun thing to do. And then, so that takes place Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's why I'm like, I don't know where I'll be on that Afghan, because I stitch on my Afghan on Sundays, but fingers crossed. So that is the plans, and community. But I also want to tell you about my personal life, and this is where I do that at. So I feel like this video is going to be more personal than stitching, but if you stuck around, it'll be fun. The big project that got done is my house is painted. I'm so excited. The whole house inside is painted. When we built our house, we did not upgrade from the flat paint. So I upgraded to, I painted the whole house eggshell. Now, as the kids moved out, I painted those rooms. But at the point of being retired in under 14 days, I had the entire house painted, and wow. I think I told you last week that I only had like 3 more sections, but they were like, this room is one. I painted the exact same color, but I used the eggshell base instead of the flat. I just love the feel of this room. And then my bedroom is a couple shades darker than this, 3 walls, and then the main wall is like that antique white that is throughout the house now. It's made my house brighter and fresher and lightened, and I love it. And to say that is a big thing, because when we built the house, I wasn't the girl that had the Pinterest dream board of like, oh, I want to build a house someday. I did, and then I gave up that dream long ago. And in 10 years ago, my husband was like, I think we can do this. And we stepped forward with a brave face and we did it. But that being said, I didn't have a Pinterest board. I didn't have that dream. I didn't know what to do. And I'm mechanically inclined. I'm not the girl that was like, oh, those two shades go together. And the person that they assigned to help us with that in the house were just like, yeah, that looks good. And I don't know. All that, I don't really care. All I care about is that I love it right now and I'm super happy with it. And it feels so good. So I'm still hanging pictures. I did immediately put this room back together because I knew where these pictures were going. I'm reimagining pictures in my living room. I bought new shelving to hang. I didn't like the fixtures that were in my bathroom, so I got new like hanging shelves to put towels and stuff in the bathroom. Hopefully that stuff gets finished this week, but it feels so good to have that done. And then I'm like, okay, next is organize my craft room and then closets and pantries and blah, blah, blah. But we getting there. The big one is done. So also last weekend, I had a mini quilting weekend with my sister on Friday and Saturday at our local quilt store. Usually the third Saturday of the month, I have a quilt weekend that I go to. There's like 6 of us that go, but we added on Friday. So Friday and Saturday, I sat at the quilt store with my sister and did some quilting, and that was good. I got major progress. We're doing a mystery quilt together, so that was super fun. And I also, Saturday night, after quilting all day, Saturday night, I watched the grandkids so that my kids could go out on a friend's date, and that was super fun for them. They went to a winery. I believe there was a band. I'm pretty sure there was a band. They had a good time. They got home before Jeff and I went to bed and transferred the grands to take them for the rest of the night. So that's been good. My grandkids, I've been seeing a lot more of them. You're going to hear more and more about my grandkids. So, because my kids, Lizzie and Colton and the grands, moved back in with us. I have a full basement in the bottom of the house that has like bathroom and bedrooms and like a whole like living area. Other than a kitchen, it has everything that I have upstairs. So, they're doing that just to basically, they want to be able to buy a home. And in this world that we live in, darn near impossible unless you have, a step up. And this is the form of step up I can have them take, is a place to live. So I see my grandbabies every day. That's all that to tell you. And it's fun to do different things, like things that I do in my normal life that they now encompass in their life. Like I walk my dogs every single morning and they've gone on walks. Lizzie and the grands have walked with me all but like maybe one day, and then they still got their walk in. They just didn't do it with me. I do yoga, my form of yoga, which is basically stretching. I use yoga moves to stretch myself, so I don't stay in the pose for, I don't know how you're supposed to do yoga properly. I do it my way, and that's how I do things. But my grandbabies know some of the moves, and so they'll get on the ground with me and they'll like do like happy baby, and then they'll call out, butterflies and stuff like that. So we can do through the motions with them on that. And then reading, I love the fact that I'm able to read to them more easily and on the regular. And I discovered sometimes they're little turkey butts in regards to eating. So I had them eating on Sunday for lunch, and I was like, I'm going to just start reading to you, and I'm only going to read this book to you when you're having lunch. And it was Charlotte's Web. And then I started reading. I was like, man, Charlotte's Web, it starts out vicious. How do I not remember this? But regardless, I may choose a different book, but that was the only one I could get hands on. My daughter said something about the Magic Tree House or something. We'll find something, because that is probably not sticking around with Wilbur. But anyway, I also have this super cute little picture to share with you of Scout, their doggie that came with us, and he fits right in with our pack. And my husband loves cuddling with him on the couch. So it is a wild house over here, but as much as I enjoy my relaxation and my calm and my quiet, we're fitting that in because, grandbaby's got to take naps or do quiet time. They're not all up here all the time. a lot of times we have dinner together. It forced me to clean off my kitchen table to where like one end had like stuff stacked on it. I was like, it is all clear and 6 people can sit there and eat now, and that is wonderful. So it does good things for me. It does good things for me. It does good things for them. And I'm making memories with those grandbabies. So that's, for me, huge, huge. So all that to say, life is a whirlwind. Life is good and happy. And sorry about that noise. Ollie jumped up here. I hope life is going well for you. If there's anything that I can do, even if it's just a chit chat or something, please reach out. I would be blessed to be able to help bring some happiness to you. With that, I'm going to get out of here before this cat makes us crazy. So please keep stitching, enjoy life, and I'm sending you so much love. Bye.